All right, hello, Bingo-thon viewers and Sunshine enthusiasts, and welcome back for the last match of the quarterfinals um, between Derpspace and Zale. It's going to be an invasion match. Yeah, and we've got Bread Ghost here with me, who
Yay.
won the last match and is
Yes.
won the other Division 3 quarterfinals. So
Yes. This is determining the other continuer in Div 3. Derp wins, they will continue. If Zale wins, they will continue. It's a game 3, all or nothing now. There's no second chances after this.
yeah, and have you played both of these players during the league?
I have never played Zale. I've played Derp in a scrim once and I lost. I played Derp in the league once and I won. And
Okay.
that match was Invasion. And that was that was like week 3? Might have been week 3. It's a long time ago. We're already off to the races here. Right away, 11 Delfino Blues on the
Yeah,
top row.
that is definitely the fastest goal.
That's literally the fastest possible goal you can even see. Other goals, but potentially Rico 100, Bianco 100 in row 5. I don't know how you feel about doing row 5 with it. Kind of looks pretty gross.
Row 5 is...
Just looking at it, it's not very good.
I feel like row 5 and row 4 are just both kind of rough together because Rico and Bianco hundreds are both slow, and they're going to slow you down on 26 shines and 6 from 2, and they're not Delfino shines.
Oh my god,
6 hidden.
Row 5 is looking worse. 9 pipes in row 4. I guess like it's not so bad. Like you could get 3 bosses. You'll win 3 bosses still if you do just one of the hundreds. So at least you have some way through row 4. But my god, row 4 with row 5 here is looking awful. It is looking so bad. So
yeah, I mean the thing I kind of see here is row 1, you've got 11 Delfino Blues. You've got Pinna Hidden, which is a pretty solid goal. You've got 3 Secrets, which is doable. And 3 Secrets and 18 Serena Blues have some synergy because the fastest 3 Secrets are Serena 2, Serena 4, and Gelato 1.
Yeah.
That's also going to be
Go ahead.
open up some red coin shines. It's pipe shines. If you have row 1, you are going to be able to get into row 3 pretty quickly. And frankly, you could win 3 bosses if you rushed it. It would be close. But your opponent's going to have to do a slow 100 to even be able to do 3 bosses. So
yeah, I almost feel like if you're in row 5, oh god, like I was thinking like just do 9 Delfinos, or you have to do Delfinos at that point with the 200 coin shot. Otherwise, you're just gonna be behind a Pinna at 6 Pinnas in row 4. Yeah, it's just whoever wins 11 Delfino here is in such a good position. It's insane. It's actually crazy. Like how good
this is every so often we get an invasion card that just feels very stacked, and this feels like one of them. And
yeah, I'm trying to think of a way that row 1 is bad. I can't think of any ways. Like, do you have a hard time getting to like row 3 maybe?
Yeah, I mean, potentially you do your 3 secrets as both Serena 1s and Bianco 3, because that also gets you, 15 Bianco Blues. Potentially you even want to do that as both Serena 1s and Rico 4, or, Bianco, Serena 2, Rico 4. You could obviously forgo the Serena play, but Serena in row 1 at some point has some spice there.
Yeah, you definitely want to be getting there.
Like, honestly, you probably, if you have row 1, your 3 secrets are probably going to be Bianco, Rico, Gelato, because you've got good value in Bianco 3, you've got good value in Rico 3 and 4. Bianco will also get you some fast red coin shines. I mean, man, you have both blues 40 and 70 on your side, and there are no, and you have both level blue, you have all the level blues goals in the top 3 rows. You have 15 Bianco, 16 Noki, 18 Serena.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, yeah, I think there is a way you could play at a row 5 here and make it work. Obviously you have to get 3 bosses. You could do 15 Bianca with Bianca 100 and then just tank the 3 boss shines right there. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad start for row 5.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, I think row 5, you have to do 100, the 2 bosses, and rush like hell to
Mhm,
Pinna with Delphinos, and you're going to do 6 from 2 with Pinna and Delfino pretty early.
mhm. Yeah.
And try to get, I mean, you're going to have Lily Pad, but you're going to want to get Bianco or 15 Bianco or Rico 3 hoverless, because
Uh,
those are the 2 best
mhm.
goals in row 3.
I think 15 Bianco is a little stronger just because you're already going to be Bianco 3 for 15 Bianco and doing Bianco 100. Um, I think the way I always think about invasion is you have to think about the one goal in your base you don't care about as much. I think on this card for row 5, it could be one of the 100 coin shines, or it could be 26 shines. Um, so I would leave one of those up. Obviously, it's nice to have all 5 goals in your base, but row 5 can't feasibly do that. Row 1, maybe not 70 totals, but
Yeah, the
um,
other question you have to ask is, if you're in row 1, what's your invade into row 4 and 5? And if you're in row
right,
5, what's your invade into rows 1 and 2?
yeah, row
And
1's
for both of
fast.
those, it's not, row 1's fast, but it, other than maybe, reds and 6 hiddens, there's not a ton of synergy between like the row 1 and 2 goals and row 4. Um, I mean, that said, if you steal bosses as row 1, that is going to be a
Gonna be pain.
brutal click.
Yeah, everything else in row 4 is super late game. Like you're not getting that for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
row 5 does have an easier invade path to some extent.
Going here.
You
I
know,
doubt we see anything but 11 Delfino's rush. Whoever loses,
yep,
so sad. Like you can't
yeah.
do anything else. You literally like you have to do this. Otherwise, like you're just sad. And I think if you lose it, not the worst idea to
Oh,
ooh, dirt failing clip. Zale is now ahead.
wow.
Ooh. I think,
Yep.
and this is not to bash Derp or anything. I don't know how Derp is gonna play out of row 5, given some of the routing we've seen. Like Derp has the capability of making some great routing decisions, but they don't always come out. And if Derp gets stuck in row 5, I think we just gotta hope that today is a good routing day for them.
Yeah, and like Derp basically at this point knows they're behind, but cannot stop. Like, because the thing is, if Zale fails the jelly skip here and gets stuck, Derp will take the lead back.
Right, right.
And we have seen plenty of players get stuck here. So this is
Right.
kind of the moment of truth.
Oh, and he gets it. Okay.
Yeah.
Zale, I think, is pretty safe. Now, Derp seems to be giving up or not knowing the route. Not sure
Yeah, I
which.
may not know the Ramato route.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, this is going to be a bit tragic for Derp to have to play out of row 5.
yeah.
Seems to be, yeah, seems to be, no, not giving up yet. Just getting them pretty out of order. Yeah, so at this
Yeah.
point, I think Derp should pivot. Well, obviously, you're going to want Bianco 100. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. You're
But
probably going to
also
want to,
get Delfinos pretty early.
yeah, row 5 has to win to Pinna, has to get a bunch of Delfinos quickly. And I mean, it's tough, right? Like,
Mhm.
you're not going to get a second click soon, but I think you're gonna want 3 bosses and then probably 6 from 2. And there's Zale gets the click, and if you're Derp,
You're
um,
insane.
you're in pain.
Yeah,
Now, here's the thing though, like Zale still has to make good calls here. You know, has to prioritize the right goals in row 3, especially. Derp has a much easier way of invading, and if Derp is able to get some good invades, like
mhm. Yeah,
Derp is going to make Zale hurt.
yeah. That's the saving grace of row 5 is that it synergizes a little better with the middle rows. Like row 1 is kind of a puzzle. Like there's a way through it, but you got to figure it out. Like there's a lot of fast stuff, but you got to prioritize which fast things you're gonna do. As you're probably not gonna get all of them, even if you want all of them. Um, I don't think it's viable to get all of them, all the fast goals. So you got to pick and choose which ones like you want to do, which ones are going to synergize best, even though the synergy's not that great.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with row 1, right, is like, for example, 18 Serena Blues versus Pinna Hidden. You know, you potentially could set up to get both. You know, there is the Serena 1 through 4 play to go into Pinna, but that's going to not really set you up for 3 red coin shines or 40 blues because you're not going into Bianco and Rico. And so, it really is a matter of, and I think this is the thing you see when you watch people play Invasion. It's knowing what goals are high priority and when. I think it's a really hard thing that even watching a match, you don't always know.
So I think we'll probably see Derp do the Bianca 100 with Bianca 15. Definitely going to be targeting some blues here because I think the weak goal in row 1 is 70 totals. I think that's kind of the weak point. And if you're focusing blues in row 5 and you can get there, like that's a good take. That's your invade probably. Everything else is so fast, you can't really hope to get it.
Yeah,
Like
I would
if you get,
also not be surprised to see Derp do a Rico play and do a Rico 200s like last match,
mhm, yeah,
just because that is one of Derp's favorite shines.
yeah, no, we're seeing Derp go to Bianca. This is probably the best thing you can do as Derp. Um, just do the Bianco 100, 15 Bianco, win 3 bosses, which I think is very feasible.
Definitely.
Because it's just kind of hard though. It's like Zale could also go for 15 Bianco with 100 coin in a secret. That's the thing. We're probably going to see a Bianco 100s race with Zale doing Bianco 100 in secret. And then Derp doesn't have the best path through
Yeah, I
3.
don't know if Zale is gonna do the Bianco 100s in a secret early on. Like I think for Zale, that goal is not a high priority. But for Derp, if you can somehow find a way to get that and like
It's just a,
I don't know,
I mean, yeah,
somehow steal like pin a hidden 3 secrets.
yeah, yeah. I guess it's easier from our perspective to see like, wow, a Bianco 100 secret play would be great. I don't know. I feel like you could kind of see it like, oh, my opponent's invade is it's either going to be Rico or Bianco. Like you got to look at your opponent's side and say Bianco 100's there, Rico 100's there. Probably going to be doing one of those. There's just Bianco goal and a Rico goal in row 3. Um, they're probably going to do 3 bosses, and so you're going to be targeting something different in row 4 probably. I think Zale would probably target 3 and 4 in row 4 at that point, or 6 Pinna. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
like
I mean Derp has to win. I think like I don't think Derp can do 6 from 2 anywhere other than Delfino Pinna on this card.
very true.
Especially because Derp is going to want the butterfly or the lily pad goal, I think. So he's going to want to go do somewhat deep Pinna anyway. Maybe he's going to do Pinna 2R and the N1 through 5, but it's yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, Zale going straight to the secret here, so not interested in the 100 in a secret play. Would have liked to see it, but I mean, it's not exactly the safest play. I don't think. especially with like 3 reds also in that row and 1 turbo, triple, really fast. And I mean, you're doing Bianco 100 when Bianco 100's in your opponent's base and probably gonna be their first shine. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
mean,
kind of see that.
I could see Zale just going for the turbo and taking it and saying, this is one of the valuable goals in row 2.
And you can do that 15
Because,
Bianco as well. So
yeah. Yep,
sure,
this is hundreds plus 15 Bianco.
yeah, so that's what Derp's doing. Unfortunately, I think Zale probably will do 15 Bianco with turbo here. So it's going to be a bit harder for Derp to get through. But Derp at that point will also have the opening for Rika 3 hoverless. So because they'll probably not get that for a bit. Derp will have a little bit of an
And
advantage.
sure enough, this is a 15 Bianco call from Zale. So
And he will win this.
Yeah, unless he decides not to do the turbo unlock for some reason. But yeah, I mean, the other kind of scary thing for Derp here is going to be when you see those clicks, you have to be really worried about 3 bosses.
I mean,
because that is the only strong invade from Zale, and Zale's going to want to do a Bianca Rico and maybe Serena play.
Yeah, if you're Derp at that point, you really should lock that up right away so that they can't take that from you, because that is your path. Like, there's no other path here for a long time if you're in row 5. Yeah, this start is just so gross. Like, I hate 11 Volcano starts. I've been the victim of one of those. It's so bad. Just collecting some blues. Trying to get it in Bianco.
It's one of those where just one minor mistake in an 11 Delfinos race can kill you. I mean, this is the thing about Invasion is most of the time the cards are not super imbalanced, but every so often you get one like this where it is.
It's terrible. There's just nothing you can contest 11 Delfinos with, to the point where like it's like you have to go for it. It's just like,
yeah. Well,
really
and on top of it, the fastest goal is also very clearly the best starting path.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the Bry-Guy Linky match in the regular season was, which was another one I commentated, was really rough like that.
Zale has the option to do these further out Bianco blues, as is Bianco 4 already.
I think that's 15 for Zale, though.
Is it?
Zale got 11 Delfinos and 15 Bianco, I think.
And it's at 26? I didn't see.
Yep. I mean, this was the right call from Derp. It's just not going to work
out. It's going to be tough. Because at this point, like, you have to do 3 bosses and Rico 3 hoverless once you're done with this, which is kind of eesh. And at that point, it's like, doable. If Zale makes the call to go to Rico for whatever reason, like, then it's going to be hard to get through row 3 at that point. Well, actually, no, Zale won't have clicks.
Oh, Zale did miss the turbo, I'd say. The turbo. He's going to have to wait a minute here, but I think Zale knows it's faster to do this.
Gives Derp a little bit of leeway.
Grabbing this in the secret.
Yeah, I think since Zale didn't go for this is a really good call. Just don't die, please. Please don't die. They don't have the nozzle, so this is very scary.
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw someone die going for this week.
This is scary. I don't like this. I think it was it Dex? I think it was Dex who died to this.
No, Zale, you got to stay there because you need to jump on the box from there.
Does it actually despawn?
Yeah,
If
the
you're playing this
turbo,
really safe.
it despawns. Yeah, it takes
Okay.
about a minute, minute and a half.
Oh, you
But
got it. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, Derp is a little sad about that. I don't know if Derp actually finished out 15 Bianco, but even so, now Derp has to make the call to get bosses now, or like get Manta, then go to Rico. Like, going to Rico first. I mean, that's fine, I guess. But Zale could now steal 3 bosses, um, which is a bit like Monka.
yeah. I mean, if you're Zale, it is very greedy, but at the same time, like Rico 1 and Serrano 1 are both valuable.
Yeah, there's a world
Um,
here where Zale makes a few wrong calls here, like maybe stays in Rico to get coverless, which honestly he should not do because he can't click it until he has something else in row 2 and row 1. So I almost feel like after you get that first invade, maybe you just turtle for a bit, get some progress, and then make a bunch of clicks in mid game.
yeah, I mean it's interesting to see what Zale will do. Like,
Oh, Derp, don't leave.
yeah,
Just do it.
Derp's
Just do it.
not sure what to do, which
Derp,
understandably so, I think.
I think Derp might. I hope they don't go for the 100 right away, but I think what their best course of action here is secure 3 bosses, then go back for Rico 3 hoverless after that, if they really want that invade right away. Kind of
Yeah, I
realizing how.
mean 3 bosses is the goal in row 4. The Derp cannot afford to lose.
Mhm. And I think Derp does know that, going straight for the blooper.
Because the other goals are just going to take a long time. 9 pipes on row 5, you have almost no reason
Mm-hmm.
for until late game. 6 hiddens is really slow. 6 pinna takes a while. 3 from 4 doesn't really synergize with like 9 Delfinos. It's going to take some
Mm-hmm.
time again. So
Yeah, Derp's saving grace right now is that Zale is a ways off from clicking anything else in his base. So they have time to do Manta. They don't know this, but they have time to do Manta and go back to Rico for Rico 3 Hoverless. And by doing that, suddenly you make Zale's life a lot harder because row 3 also is very tough to get through without Rico 3 Hoverless at this point. And Zale's
yeah,
going
I
to
mean
need another goal
once
there. So
once you get Rico 3 hoverless, that is a pretty good goal. And like
yeah.
three secrets is a little far off for Zale, although Zale could do Rico 1, 2, 3 hoverless and Gelato 1, and still maybe get blues and win to that.
Derp is making the right call right now.
But Derp should be able to win Rico 3 hoverless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Derp should definitely win
And
Rico over this. They have the same Rico progress. Zale has to get secrets or 18 Serena, which is possible actually. He could get a double click with that 18 Serena, 3 secrets, and then I will have 40 totals at that point. But then he still has to
yeah,
Rico Rebels.
Zale's trading into Gelato, I think, is going to get the Gelato 1 secret. Finish off 40 blues, and then maybe after that do the Rico play.
Mm-hmm.
So if Derp goes to Rico after this Manta, Derp will be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and then at that point, Derp probably needs to prioritize 3 from 4, as that's the next fastest goal in row 4, and that will force. I mean, it won't be that big of a deal for Zale since he might want 9 pipes anyway. But that'll force Zale to do 9 pipes, 6 penetrations, and 6 hiddens, or two of those 3 goals potentially.
Yeah, the kind of tough thing for Derp here is Derp needs both 6 from 2 and 3 from 4. I mean, he's now at the point where he can get 3 quick Gelato shines, 3 quick, 2 more quick Rico shines, 1 more quick Bianco shine, and try and win 6 pinna. But Zale is going to have the lead to pinna, and especially with Lily Pad and Serena Blues, Zale is going to have some reason to go do a lot of shines in Pinna. That's kind of the problem here is like, I kind of think 6 Pinna might actually be a higher priority than 3 from 4 at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a really hard call, and I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I think 6 Pinna actually is the better call. I think you're right. Because of 6 from 2 being in the base. And you really don't want to lose that. Yeah. Yeah, so far, Derp's making the right calls. Good decisions.
Yep.
Clicks Bianco 100 and 3 boss shines. Let's all know I'm still in this. I'm going to get Rick with 3 Harborless. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and Derp could not have delayed 3 bosses, so.
Yeah, it's just too risky.
Let's see if Derp makes the call to go back to Rico, and yep,
and they will.
Derp is.
And this is good because I think they can still win 100 coin China Secret at this point. On the principle that Zale still has to do it, and also Zale would need 3 secrets to actually click it. So Derp playing this well so far. I think Derp's playing row 5 the right way at the moment, which is really commendable, considering how hard it is to play out of row 5. I think though, like the really nice thing is that row 5 you kind of have a route kind of telegraphed for you. It's a little clearer what you have to do. Row 1 it's not as clear, even though it's faster. But if you can find the row 1 route, which Zale I think is still kind of looking for a little bit, like then it becomes an amazing row. Oh.
But Zale is just rushing to Pinna here. I think with each pipe. Now, if you're Derp, here's a good question. Do you think about holding 100 from a secret and trying to win 3 reds? Because
Yeah,
3 reds is like 3 reds is probably the more valuable goal. I don't think 100 in a secret is, because that's a slow one. And Derp has not really made enough progress to 40 totals, I don't think. But like 3 reds or 40 totals are the 2 more valuable goals in row 2 that are left.
They are faster, yeah. Yeah, very true.
I mean, Zale is going to have to do Pinna 2 to be able to click 40. Unfortunately, like, Derp has 2 relatively fast reds, Delfino reds, but
Derp, what are you doing?
Derp is trying to get fancy.
Oh god, this is why you spray the blooper, guys. Spray the blooper. It is viable.
It's actually very important because, as we saw, the blooper can knock you off.
Yeah, I mean the goal's not in danger, but now Derp is getting a little further behind than I think they might like. Still not spraying the blooper.
Yeah, I mean, in Derp's position, losing any time to minor gameplay things, I think is rough. Just
painful. Going back to the fancy strat.
Derp. I've never seen Hoverless this way.
Oh god, just do it go away, please. Trying to get. Oh no. Please, Derp, stop. Yeah, just climb up, Derp, please.
Okay, going back to do it the normal way.
I think Derp's a little tilted right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, after losing 11 Delfino Blues, I think that is probably when Derp started feeling tilted. And that's not totally unfair in this situation.
It's just a mental sort of game the Derp has to play after losing 11
Oh
Delfino.
no.
Oh no, not this. No,
It's
this is
okay.
salvageable.
Yeah.
Derp has to win that mental game now. Like, not think about the fact that I'm behind to things, but and let that affect the gameplay. But actually route around the mistakes. Okay, Mark's trying to
Yeah,
zero
and
throw it, but it's holding 100 coin to secret, which is good.
yeah, I mean it's tough, right? You can think your row is unsalvageable, and it maybe is, but you know, this is a winner take all match, so you can't let that mindset affect you right
So
at the
Derp,
beginning.
yeah, Derp's probably gonna go for 3 reds or not.
Honestly, maybe Derp should just grab 15 quick blues here
Yeah,
and
true.
snipe 40 totals.
That would actually be a good play here. Since Zale does not, Zale would have to finish the secret. This would be a race for 40 totals at that point. I think Zale wins in that case. Does seem
Yeah,
like he has
this
a
is
full
a
blue.
40 blues. Yeah, and Zale is going to need to get 9 blues and the secret, which Zale cannot get 9 blues in Pinna 2. So Derp should win 40 blues.
Does Zale not have 40? I thought he had 40.
No, Zale only
Uh,
has like 31, 32.
okay, so yeah, Derp then wins this. Wow. This is a good call from Derp. I think if you're Zale, you kind of realize that Derp has 100 coin trying to secret of the Bianco 100 at this point, even though they haven't clicked it. Like, you why would you not do it in a secret at that point, like, on this card? But, like, he should realize that either 40 totals or 3 reds is in danger now, because they're not clicking 100 coin in a secret. They clearly want something else. I mean, maybe you don't see that right away. There's 3 secrets. And now Derp knows
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I don't know if you know for like, you can probably assume that it was Bianco 3 and Derp did in the secret, but you don't know 100%.
Oh,
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
yeah, that is the most unforgiving blue coin in the game.
Derp's missing blues. Oh no, Derp's giving up. Oh
Zale is
no.
going to be able to win out to 40 here in Pinna 3.
Oh no. I think Derp had enough blues too. Like, they could have finished it. They definitely had enough. They
Oh,
didn't get
yeah.
any. They didn't get any in Victor 1, so.
No, but I mean, Zale sees this is in danger and is, instead of doing Pinna Hidden, is going for this instead. And, you know, it's
And
going to work out for Zale.
that was Derp's not contesting 40 totals. Ooh. The 3 secrets cook, I think, scared Derp a little too much. Maybe he thought that Zale had more blues than he did. But at that point, like, he didn't click 40 totals right away, so. And even then, like, getting more blues gets you ahead to 70, which is probably going to be your invade. Maybe
I
they're
mean, it's
thinking
either
that,
that or 18 Serena Blues.
or maybe they thought they had enough time to do the secret, going back to 2, doing Rico hundreds and 2.
Either that or the Hidden.
I
Although
don't.
this is probably a Derp Rico Hunt.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is Derp.
Yeah,
Gotta
you and I
swag it up.
commentated the last match where Derp did
Yeah.
Rico 200s.
Yeah. I don't hate it. There's 40.
I mean,
but
if you know it better than like Rico 5, sure. I think Rico 5 is a faster hundreds, but yeah, see now Derp is going out of the way for blues when Derp is having a little bit of a rough time here as well.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Derp retreating a bit. I think Derp really needs to be a little bit more aggressive right now, and put some pressure on the goals that are closer in Zale's base.
Yeah, this is also just, you know, not the best Rico 200s I've seen.
How many reds is Zale at? Is this his first red? I don't know if he did move it.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
he
is
did move it.
Zale's first red.
Okay. So Dirt could still win the Reds race if they just give up now, but on their 100. But I don't think they're going to do
But
that.
they're both tied at 0 reds right now.
Yeah. If Dirt hard rushes Reds, they could win it still. After
Yeah, on the
this.
other hand, Zale just needs to do pin a 2R and Pachinko. And has 3
True.
reds and pin a hidden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Zale might pressure red coin shines here because Pinna Hidden's right there. And then Zale is in a really good position if they win reds because Derp doesn't even have 10 shines yet. They can trade in for 10, but like they're behind
Yeah,
a
I mean
Noki.
Zale is going to have the lead to Lily Pad, which is the other decent goal in row 3. Is that's going to make Serena and 9 pipes pretty easy. If Zale wants it, it's also, six pin shines is something Zale's almost certainly going to click. It's
a bit tough from Derp's position right now. I think it's still possible. Honestly, what Derp might want to do is go back to Serena, take 18 Serena blues from
and
Zale's base
pipes.
and pipes. Yeah, like I think if you're Derp, you gotta like look for the blues play at this point. Noki blues are up. Obviously you're behind in shines, but if you get enough blue coins, get some Delfinos, which are in your base, you could still win Denoki at this point, I think.
Oh, and Derp is missing a coin somewhere.
They
Too.
missed a few in the water. Oh, like this. Okay. Zale marks kind of hidden, so Derp knows that they're behind in reds now. That's a bit sad. No, now Derp needs to see, like, I need 2 goals, probably, in Mark's 100 coin sheet with Rico 100, so I could throw Zale off a little bit. I don't know how much that'll throw Zale off.
I don't know if it will at all.
Yeah, Zale doesn't really have a reason to Rico, so
Yeah, Derp is going to have to go back and get one more Enrico at this point because 6 Pinna is off the table. So 6 from 2 with Pinna is not really valuable anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to criticize Derp too much when like row 5 was just so bad.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's hard to make these calls. Derp is
Making
getting Delfinos,
Delfinos
so I like this. Still has an open gelato though.
or Pinna.
Yeah, and Derp will need Noki probably as part of their win con.
Yeah, and I think that's Derp's first Delfino shine.
Mm-hmm. And this is
So Bochango, row 5 isn't unplayable, but row 1 is very clearly superior here. And like, frankly, row 1, if row 1 plays even decently, I think row 5 is really hard.
Derp. Oh, I think Derp is gonna try and make a Reds play there, but Zale just got 3 Reds.
Still needs to get the hidden though.
Yeah, hiddens would be good. Yeah. Yeah, Derp needs to defend hiddens a little bit because they know they're behind a Pinna now. So hiddens and 3 from 4. Well, 9 pipes.
Zale's going back and gonna get Yoshi and probably do Pinna 5. Or maybe EYG, but either way, Zale's gonna get 6 Pinna shines.
Yeah. I just feel like Derp's win con is so tight now. but they need to be making perfect calls almost at this point. Because like the goals that you need are, I mean, I don't know, maybe they're not super clear, but they're there. You can kind of see them based on what Zale has clicked. You're gonna need 2 goals in your opponent's base probably, so 18 Serena would not be a bad play. Winning Noki would be good at this point. Then you still need like clicks in row 3. That's the issue.
Yeah, I mean, Bornoki is just slow, right? It does have the synergy with Piantissimo, but it's slow.
Yeah, you could also, if you're not as scared of losing 16 Noki, do 16 Noki throughout 4 Noki shines. The 120 way, sort of. Okay, Jerk
Yeah.
opening gelato now. Please don't do a 5 gelato shine rush. Please, Jerk.
No, I mean, I can't imagine Derp is going to do that. Especially with Delphinos. Yeah, Derp's trying to get beat shine here. Okay, so Zale is going straight for Lily Pad before 6 Pin shines, which
I think that's fair.
solid. That's also another pipe for Zale.
I feel like on this card though, like Serena play with Pianta 1 and 2. Oh, I don't know. That take too long. Section 2? Oh, is
that is
two?
not 6 Delphinos.
Do they have?
I think I don't think that's 6 Delphinos.
I don't think so either.
Like, I think that includes blues.
Yeah, 6 from 2 doesn't count for blues. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Derp does?
I don't know if
Derp. They're talking about Manta. They're talking about Manta.
I don't know that Derp has 6 from 2.
The Derp.
I just want to, can I hop into Derp's?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop into Derp's channel and ask quickly.
I just ask. Do you want? Oh, we should pause.
Oh, I can't.
You can't pause.
It is not set up. I could pause, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to call for a pause.
Okay. Can we ask one of them to go into the voice channel? Or Derp's in Bingothon Home. Oh, but it's not set up for 2 people. You want to handle it? Or like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how to handle this. Oh, PK's in there now.
Okay. Oh, PK can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, PK.
Okay, Derp traded, so I'm pretty sure Derp traded, so that's not option 2.
I don't know if one of them paused before.
And they paused and saved time on the stream, but I don't know what the delay
yeah,
is.
Derp Z menued, so Derp knows. I was getting ready to unclick it. Because I think Derp doesn't have 6. That much. Yeah.
It's interesting. Like.
Okay, it's an unclick. I don't know if there's a delay with one or both of them. I don't know if I was not paying attention.
They paused at the same time on my screen, so
yeah. All right.
Disaster averted. And we need to unclick. Let me do it. Oh, it's already clicked. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's causing Derp to go to grass pipe.
Yeah, I mean, Derp needs Derp traded 40, so needs 4 more Delphinos.
Which is doable. But Zale also has Delphinus right now, so. But Zale doesn't have six shrines at another level. A little scary there for Zale.
I mean, all Zale needs to do is one more Pin of Shine. And then Zale can get 3 quick Delphinos, win 6 Pinna, 6 from 2. I mean, Derp probably has the lead, but this is, this is Derp's 3rd Delphino. Zale has 3. Zale is thinking and going back to Pinna, maybe?
I'm not sure what Zale's doing.
I think this is Pinna.
Yeah, front of Pinna.
Yeah. This is good.
I mean, when you're this ahead, like you kind of start to make some decisions. You could think, like, okay, what do I need to do? Now though, like Derp should be able to clearly see what they need to do to stay in this. And it's hard, but I think they can see it now. They need Noki, they need blues, they need to get stuff in Serena. It's a lot. It might still be possible, but like it's getting tighter and tighter the closer Zale gets to 6 from 2.
Derp is now gonna do Serena.
Yeah. I think Delphina's a little more important right now. Especially considering like well maybe Zale isn't gonna contest 6 from 2 though because of the unflick. Maybe they think like, oh, I'm probably not gonna be able to get this. But I don't know, maybe I think you still try for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the like just because I don't know, like even if you lose 6 from 2, having Delphinos is good with 9 Delphinos on the card. At the same time, like Zale can just go do the Serena play, and I think Zale is going to be close to 70. I don't know if that'll be 60 or 70. I don't remember how many Zale traded. But yeah, there's 6 Pinna Shines.
That should cause her to panic and go for Delphinos. I don't know what else will.
Yeah, I mean, Zale has gotten 2 of the slower of some of the Delphinos. Yeah, is gonna go into Serena, I think. Which Serena is a solidly safe play here. Because Derp can't click 18 Serena blues, can't click 70 totals.
Derp...
No,
Derp can click 18 Serena actually.
Oh, you're right.
Open.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zale is in a position
and can
where
click
he
pipes.
Yeah, Zale is in a position where he can lose some of his goals and still be fine because he's just set up for other things.
Yeah.
Derp committing to the Serena play right now. I think if Zale weren't going to Serena, this would be bad, but Zale is contesting Serena right now. Can you get 18 Serena in Serena 3? I don't think you can.
No. You have to go into Serena 4.
Yeah, but Derp has such a huge lead here. It doesn't even matter that Zale has Yoshi. But all this does is waste time for Zale.
Which is good for Derp.
Yeah. It makes it takes that tightening wind kind of squeezes it open a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Zale is going to have to go to Noki. And, the thing is, Derp, after this Serena play, really, really desperately needs to win 6 from 2 with Delphinos. And probably needs to win 9 Delphinos as well.
Derp will have, assuming Derp finishes the shine, they'll have 20 shines after this, so they can go to Noki as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Delphine, I think the order of things that needs to happen is finish Serena, Delphinos, Noki, and then you're back in it.
Yeah, the other thing, though, of course, is like 3 from 4, Derp, Like, honestly, if you're Derp, I don't know if you even want to finish Serena. Like, you may need to get 18 Serena Blues and go try and do 3 from 4 with Bianco Pianta and do that as 9 pipes, because Derp has to win both of those goals. And 6 from 2 and 9 Delfinos. Again, like, just kind of as evidence of the kind of rough position.
Yeah, Zale doesn't have to make the Derp has to make the 50-50s. Zale just needs to stop following her. That's what he's have for Zale to get out of this alive.
Yeah.
For Derp, like, they have to win all the 50-50s right now, and to even get back to a position where it's winnable.
Yeah, and if Zale is chasing Derp, that's good for Derp, because Derp is generally the faster player.
Yeah.
But if Zale makes a different call, it's going to be tough. And the real problem, God, honestly, Derp 3 from 4, it's not Pianta. It's got to be Noki. Derp has to win 4 Noki shines.
Yeah.
And 2 Piantissimos.
Very true.
Oh God, this is
really hard.
Yeah, and Zale is now going for Delfinos.
Yeah, Zale's making the right call here. Unfortunately, Derp just needs everything. Derp needed Zale to follow them this whole match, and Zale's not willing to do that.
Yeah, Zale needs 2 quick Delfinos for 6 from 2. Can trade in to Noki. Also, doesn't need to get any slow Delfinos to get 9 Delfinos if, Zale wants it later. Because Zale has gotten 2 slow ones with, Tallgrass and Lily Pad.
Derp's calls are fine right now. It's just they're so behind, and they're basically at Zale's will at this point. Like, if Zale decides they want to do something, Derp just has to make the call to counter it, and it's not really feasible to ask someone to do that, especially in a scenario where you're just behind.
And is that 6 for Zale from Delfino? I'm trying to think.
He has definitely a
He did
Beach.
he did Chuckster.
No, I think it was last match.
Yeah, I forgot about Chuckster. He did Beach Pipe, he did Tallgrass, he did Lily Pad, he did Underbell and Beach Shine. And Chuckster is 6.
Yeah, not looking good for Derp right now.
Yeah, sees the 18 Serena Blues and leaves. Noki has a ton of value for Zale, so this is fine.
Not going to Noki, though.
But maybe wants to secure 70 totals.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, this will be Bree and Bianco. I mean, is this maybe a 6 hiddens play? The problem is Zale only has 1 hidden right now. I think this is just a 3 from 4. Like, hiddens for both of them are pretty bad.
Derp's locked into pipes right now.
Yeah, it would
probably sees. Probably sees Piantissimos as like, I can win pipes. It's around 4 hidden. That gets me 7. And then, they already have grass pipe too.
Yeah, I feel like Derp maybe should be doing Pianta 1, 2, and 3 here. And maybe Derp now sees that with the exit area. Because it's got Piantissimo value, it's got 3 from 4 value.
Hey, Derp, what are you doing? Did they enter the wrong level? Oh, they must have entered Serena 5.
Oh. Even so, Derp now has 6 pipes and can close out pipes with 3 in Pianta.
This will be 8 pipes.
Yeah. Zale, I think, trying to do 3 from 4.
Hiddens, yeah.
With hiddens, yeah. Zale has 3 in Pinna, 3 in Bianco. I don't know if Zale has any more than that.
Does Derp have beach pipe or something? Someone's saying that Derp has
Derp did tall grass,
yeah, Derp did
and
tall grass. So that'll be this will be 8
that's the
pipes.
Delfino pipe that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't think they did a second Delfino pipe. So they had 5 from Serena and 1 Delfino. So this is going to get them to 8 pipes.
Yeah, so just 1 more Pianta pipe will do it. No, this is 2 pipes. Derp has 6 right now. Because, oh my god. Serena 1, 2, 3. Serena 4 counts as 2. And then 6. The 6th one is grass pipe. And so this will be 8 because this also counts as 2.
Yeah, unless Derp did another Delfino pipe that I'm not remembering. I forgot to write down.
Did Derp?
Oh, Derp did Serena 2R. That's why.
Did they? I didn't see that, but I'll take. If Falcon's saying it, I'll trust it.
Yeah. I still think the Pianta play would have been better here. With Piantissimos and 3 from 4 and
yeah. I mean, you've got so much to contest if you're Derp at this point that you just want to get a goal. You want to try and beat Zale to something.
Yeah, it's a hard position. I mean, Zale with hiddens, 3 from 4, 70 totals. Zale has a lot of options. Yeah, Derp, that's not 9 pipes because I don't think Derp would delay 9 pipes.
Well, if they got Serena 2R, though, that is 9 pipes.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I didn't think Derp did Serena 2R, but
if they did Serena 2R, they had. But like, it doesn't really matter. Zale's not contesting it, so Derp can delay that forever, basically.
Yeah, I mean the other thing too is Zale is going to get 3 from 4 and have 26 shines.
Yeah. How close is Derp on that? I have no idea. Pianta's fast.
That's the other reason Pianta may have been a better play than Serena 4. Because Pianta 1, 2, and 3 are much faster shines, but...
And now Zale heading Noki. That is the death sentence for Derp's route, unfortunately. Derp losing the Noki lead is just not going to be good at all.
I mean, the problem is in Derp's position, Derp needed to go to several different worlds and win them all, which is just not physically possible unless Zale literally followed Derp everywhere.
Which almost happened, but it didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah. There's 9 pipes.
I'm pretty sure 10 pipes, but who's counting?
It's definitely 9. There's no counting controversy here.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing is, like, Zale has the option to not do Eel, because they definitely don't need Piantissimos.
And now Derp entering Noki a little late here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's... So, I'm trying to think about Zale's 3 from 4. Did Zale get both hiddens in Gelato?
I believe so. I'm not entirely sure. Falcon's here. Falcon will tell us.
Yeah, I don't think Zale actually has 4 worlds with 3. I think Noki will be the 3rd with
Pinna, Gelato, Noki. Yeah, he left Serena.
Bianco.
Oh yeah, he did Bianco 4.
Yep.
So that is.
Yeah. So
this will be able to be a triple click, or.
Well, there'll be a 3 from 4, 26 shines double, and then 4 Noki shines right after.
I think Derp fell off of Noki 1. Oh yeah, Derp wanted to lose. Yeah. Just
Kind
it's
of
so
has to go
tragic.
for it, but
Yeah, it's so tragic, honestly. Like losing 11 Delfinos and getting stuck in a row that's really hard to play. Yeah, Derps played valiantly. I think they made some really good calls. Just unfortunately, it got to a point where Zale was just in such a good position. Like it's really hard to come back.
yeah, I mean, I think Zale made really smart calls with row 1 that made it so that Derp had a really narrow path, and like, can we quibble with some of the choices Derp made? Yeah, but
I don't think
row
Derp
5 was
necessarily.
hard.
Yeah, I don't think Derp necessarily made any really bad calls at all. It's just with row 5, there is a route. Like there's a very thin route that works. I think to win the match, even if you didn't start it. Um, with row 1, it wasn't as clear, but there were so many options that it didn't really matter. So they countered each other well, but you need to be able to see that route out of row 5 through 3 bosses, working 3 hover lists. Derp honestly started this match out really strong. And I think if Derp had actually won 40 totals, this would have gone a lot differently. And Derp could have won that
Yeah,
goal.
that is actually probably the biggest mistake I think we can point to,
Mhm.
because it would have just made it so much harder for Zale to get
Yeah.
through.
Zale would have gotten 3 reds and then had to do to get to this position, he would have had to do either Noki Blues or Gelato Shines, which Gelato Shines in this card kind of gross if you don't get hiddens and
Yeah, it's not
special.
like it
So,
necessarily would have guaranteed Derp the game by any means, but
mhm,
it was something Derp had to win because
right.
it just made Zale's path a little harder.
Mhm.
Um,
Zale only has 1 more shine. Derp is at 23 shines right now. Zale's actually at 27.
now,
So I
Zale
don't
is
think.
just a Noki 3 away from winning, so
Wait, oh, Zale has clicked 26 shine. Oh yeah, yeah, 3 from 4. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so Zale just needs 24 or 24 Noki shines. 4 Noki shines, both entering 3. Well, at least we get to see a Noki 3 race. And who's really the winner, honestly? Whoever wins the Noki 3 race.
I know if Sid were here, he would enjoy this. I think he is a Noki 3 IL grinder, or
Who just has
was at one point.
who has the better text mashing? Oh, Zale had a little bit better text mashing. I think he's actually entered a little bit. Zale's cheating. Disqualified. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so um, you and Zale are going to play Game Stabled or Yotto.
careful, messing up the red coin there. Yeah. Yato will have the pick between me and Zale. Derp, unfortunately, will be out after this, but I think that Derp played fine in this. Just a really unfortunate 11 Delfinos race at the beginning. Um, yeah. Um, Derp winning Noki 3. Honestly, the most important goal.
Unfortunately, not winning for Noki Shines.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is only 3 Noki shines. Cannot steal that. Yeah, if Derp had made the call to go to Noki earlier, I think they would have still been in it. Like, Noki was just so important for their route. Like, and there's the 4 Noki click. GG.
Yeah.
That is a brutal win, but that's how it goes sometimes. Invasion is tough.
Yeah.
Invasion's really tough.
Yeah. Derp in Bingo Sync says row 1 too good.
Hello, Derp.
Hello, Derp.
GG's.
Certified invasion moment.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. We'll see if we get Zale in here. There are things to talk about on this card.
He won that goal 10 seconds faster than me, so
Hello, Zale. GG's. Congratulations on your win.
What was row 1?
Yeah. Row 1, yeah. That was the very first thing we saw was the 11 Delfinos. And whenever you see 11 Delfinos on an invasion card, you're just sad because
I wish it was
we're racing
Lighthouse
this.
right there. Then I could have maybe
Yeah.
won.
But yeah,
I
I
could have
thought
rushed
you
to Lighthouse.
I thought you both did very well. Even though row 1 was stupid overpowered. I think the thing I think I was talking about the most throughout this match was that row 1 had a lot of possibilities, and so it's kind of like a puzzle to put together. Row 5 had 1 or 2 possibilities. I think you probably still could have won out of it if you had made some
I
different
mean,
calls.
yeah. If I
Uh,
did a few things better and got a little luckier.
yeah, I think the thing I want to ask you, Derp, is why give up on 40 totals in Rico at that point?
I don't know. I didn't think I had enough time, and honestly, it would have been really close. So
It would have been close, yes. But I think we determined you probably would have won it if you had stayed. I think that was the pivotal goal of the match was that decision to not secure 40 totals. That would have made it a little harder on Zale to get out of his base. And for Zale, what were you thinking when you won 11 Delfinos? Zale.
Oh, sorry. I realized my mic was off. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Earlier, I was just asking, what were your 3 bosses? I couldn't figure it out. It was somewhat
Serena
ambiguous to
won,
me. Yeah, I figured.
and then
Interesting.
I
All right.
did 100
Anyway,
coin in a secret in Bianco.
yeah, yeah. I thought you did Bianca 100 in a secret, but you didn't click it for so long. You know what I mean? You had access
I
to the
clicked it
100.
with Rico hundreds on purpose.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Saw the classic Rico 200s.
Yeah, or a 4.
It's
Gotcha,
faster
gotcha.
than my Rico 3.
What was your question for me, by the way? What was it?
I was how did you feel when you won 11 Delfinos?
Oh,
What was your thought process like after that? I'm curious.
uh, well, I really wanted to win 11 Delfinos. I thought it was important. After I did it, I kind of had been eyeing Bianco as step 2. As going from there, I didn't have the clearest idea what to do after Bianco, and I think I did like kind of run around randomly doing things that I realized later weren't very good. I didn't think ahead far enough to do things very efficiently, so I was making weird decisions. I don't know. I was surprised to see boss shines go so quickly. I did do Rico 1 purely for a boss shine, and so that was just pure time loss there.
I was
Yeah,
thinking of doing Rico 5, but I decided it was probably not worth it.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
yep,
the Serena value was a little better here. I think it just had a lot of more value than doing a deep Rico.
yeah, for sure. Was the 6 from 2, did you click it off of a blues trade in? Was that what the confusion there was or something?
Yeah. So basically Derp had 2 Delfinos and traded 40 and clicked 6
Got
from
it.
2. With
Yeah,
having 6 from Rico. So
my brain farted.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I actually, Derp, I have a question. Did you think about trying to basically go after bosses, just rushing Pinna and trying to do 6 from 2 with Delfino and Pinna?
Yeah, I did. I don't know. It seemed way too risky. Cause like, yeah. But I ended up getting sniped to most of the other goals that I would have gotten instead.
I felt really at the end, I really didn't know how to close the match out. I started getting pretty nervous, even though I felt quite ahead. I was like, I really don't know what I should be doing or how to like actually end it. And 3 from 4, I felt extremely uncomfortable with. I was
Yeah, I
convinced
was
you would
closing
be
in on that.
doing
I was
3 from 4.
2 shines away.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I was very yeah. I ended up doing Bianco 4 and then Gelato 1 hidden in the 1 sand shine sprite, so like the 2 hiddens in Gelato, and then I headed Noki, and I was wondering for, Noki 1, 2 or yeah. The 4 shines from Noki was also my 3 from 4, but I did so many shines building up to 3 from 4 that weren't helping me for anything else. it felt like a huge time sink for something that I knew you had access to. Like you could have gotten into row 4 probably with like 26 shines or
Could
something
have
maybe.
gotten it so much earlier. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be honest. I
I
put it off
just
way too long.
yeah. So I was really uncomfortable with that decision, but I couldn't see any other way to end the match. So I guess does any commentators have what I should have done better? Because I really was lost at the end a little.
I mean, I think you had enough setup from the early game that it didn't really matter at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
you were set up in so many different places that you could have gone and done hiddens, you could have done 16 Noki blues. You
I
could
would have
have,
needed 70
yeah,
blues to get
yeah,
access to 16 Nokis,
yeah, yeah.
but
Since
that was an option.
yeah, it was an option. You could have rushed blues if you lost something deeper in the card, which turtled up a little bit. Um, yeah, I just think you had a lot of options set from the early game setup. So doing that many extra shines at the end for those few goals wasn't terrible in that
Got it.
regard. You also had more Delfinos, I think, so could have clicked that as well if you lost 26 shines
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah, you had a lot of options.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could have, if you had somehow lost 4 Noki, you could have done 70 totals with 16 Noki blues, and that would have been relatively safe. I think you were way up on, well, you couldn't inflict hiddens, I guess, or
If I
but
didn't
like
get
yeah,
3
you
from
had
4, if I didn't get 3 from 4, I could have gotten hiddens. Yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
ended up with
was
4.
really behind hiddens. I had like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, you
I mean,
guys were tied at 1 until very, very late in the match.
yeah. So this is just my classic reason I don't like Invasion isn't because I think I suck at Invasion, but because I don't like how the card generator doesn't take position of goals into effect and it matters so much and you get these
Yeah.
11 Delfino opposite a bunch of late game goals and 100 coin
Mhm.
shines. This is the reason why
Yeah,
I don't like
this
Invasion.
this is like honestly one of the worst invasion cards I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Like
this
this
was
is such a bad
way
invasion
too
card.
unbalanced.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
And I mean,
replace
it wasn't that that row 5 was bad. It was just that row 1 was so good.
And so was row 2. I think row 2 is better than 4, and that's
Oh
also
yeah.
that also
yeah,
helps a lot.
row 5 into row 4 was terrible. It
Yeah.
was so bad.
Well,
Like just
I
having
in any other card it would have been okay.
Any
This
other
card is
format for
really
sure. That's just Invasion.
I
Yeah.
mean, well, no, just in any other
Oh,
card, like the
gotcha.
top where row 1 isn't as busted.
Right, right. Did
Yeah.
you went for 11 Delfino blues? Was it
Oh
close
yeah, I
or
lost
yeah,
by 10
there
seconds.
yeah, on this
gotcha?
card, like you have to race 11 Delfinos.
Right. Yeah, I figured.
You don't want to be stuck in row 5. I mean, at least you get like totals progress. You can pivot to Delfino shines. Like it's not that hard to get a 100 coin shine
Because I
early.
missed Jelly Skip too.
I was gonna say I got Jelly Skip and Jelly Skip 2.0 first try with no slowdown
I was
and
doing a route where I do Jelly Skip 1 last, just in case I soft lock. But I missed Jelly
that's a really
Skip
good
2
idea,
once.
yeah.
Yeah, we were curious about that.
That's
I
actually a
messed
good
up
idea
with
though.
it, but
That would be good. I actually right before this match, the only warm up I did was 11 Delfino blues. And I got stuck behind the jelly, and then I just went back to the main menu. And was like, all right, I guess I'm warmed up. So it was a coin flip, honestly. Well, I've done that trick twice today, and I got behind the jelly once, so got stuck once. So who knows?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You have anything else, Devil?
I don't have anything.
All right. Well,
But
I
I think
good.
Bingothon Pika has something for us before we raid. So
Yeah.
we'll let Pika handle this.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
On November 26th, the next part of the saga begins. For 3 days and nights, we take the high ground. For 3 days and nights, we ask you, are you not entertained?
Alright, say it with me now. We have successfully hit $2,000 raised for Fred Hutt.
You are funding the next big idea.
For 3 days and nights, we are in Go From Winter 2021. On November